it's time to do something.
Hey Dunlap students, Mrs. Dando here, the school counselor at Ridgeview Elementary School. No matter what school you're joining us from, I am so glad that you're here with me today, because today I've got your counseling in the classroom lesson for this week. You know, the last few weeks, the other counselors and I have talked to you guys about so many different topics, and we've gotten some really good feedback from you guys. I've even had students stop me in the hallway and tell me how they've used some of the lessons that we've talked about. It is so cool. But today I'm going to cover a topic that, well, it's probably not going to seem that unique at first. You see, today we're talking about something that all of us have heard about, for sure. Even you little ones. That topic is kindness. I know you're probably sitting there thinking, seriously, Miss Dando? I know what kindness is. And trust me, I get it. I've done a million lessons on kindness. But it's still kind of a bummer when I see kids treat others unkindly. And it's even more of a bummer when kids don't really know what to do when they see somebody being unkind. So I figured, why not talk about it? That's the only way that we can get better at something. A lot of times when we hear the word kindness, we think about being generous, being considerate, being helpful. And yeah, kindness is all of those things. But kindness is a lot more than just being nice. You see, I found this really cool picture I want to share with you guys. And now, of course, we want to be nice, but we also want to be kind. You see, sometimes being nice means we're kind of afraid to rock the boat, but being kind means that we stand up and do the right thing, even when it's uncomfortable. We want an attitude of kindness, not just one of being nice. When we're focused on being nice, sometimes we're just focused about being liked by others. But when we're focused on being kind, we are focused on doing what is right, which might not always be the cool thing, but that's okay. Sometimes as a kid, you might kind of feel like, what can you do to be kind? But kids really can make a huge difference. All of those small, kind acts can lead to something really, really big. Actually, I have an example of this. There's a girl in our own community, Taylor Larson. That's her. When Taylor was just 8 years old, she had to have a surgery here in Peoria. And when she had that surgery, they gave her a teddy bear. And she thought to herself, that's a really kind thing. Make sure that kids are taken care of and feel comfortable, even when they're stuck in the hospital. So Taylor came up with a brilliant idea. She started collecting stuffed animals to give back to kids at the hospital. Now, Taylor is an adult, and the thing that she made when she was a kid has turned into a huge organization called Cuddles for Kids. All throughout the area, people collect stuffed animals to give to Taylor, to give to kids in the hospital. One kind idea that a kid had has made such a huge impact on others. This was an idea from a kid, not an adult. Kindness is such an easy way to impact our school and our community. In fact, I'm going to show you how kindness can sometimes impact us. And I'm not even going to read you a book. So I want to demonstrate to you how one small kind act can have a huge impact. Ooh, I like that. One small kind act can have a huge impact. Sure, I'm just so good at some stuff. And I'm going to demonstrate with a bowl of water. I'm joking, I'm not gonna drink it. I've got right here just a regular bowl of water. And I wanna show you how a small little act can totally change how this looks. Let's go. Friends, let's see if I can show you kindness by using this bowl of water. You can see it's just a plain bowl of water. But I'm gonna get out some blue food coloring. Now, I want you to think really hard. What do you think is going to happen to this water if I add just a drop? Let's see. So, adding in one drop? Let's think of this one blue drop as one small, kind act. Here's my second small, kind act. You can see as the blue drop goes in, it starts to spread. It comes back a little bit, but pay close attention to the water. Each blue drop is a small, kind act that I can do here at school, at home, in my community. You can see as these blue drops sit in the water, they start to spread. It may be a slow spread, and it might not seem like much at first, but just watch this water change. What I think is really cool is when you first put that drop in, it spreads out fast and then comes back in really quickly. Kind of like when you do one small kind act and then other kids suddenly really want to be part of it too. But we got to keep that kindness spreading, right? Look at the water. Look how much those small kind acts or those small blue dots have really started to spread and impact or change other people. Wow, look at this water now. You know, we started with just one small blue dot. It didn't really spread all that much, but when I put another small blue dot next to it, it began to spread more and more and more and more until now my water's completely blue. It's totally full of kindness. In fact, it even got on my hands. But that's the power of kindness. Sometimes as kids, we think we have to have this huge, brilliant idea to change the world, when really, we just need one small act, and it could make a huge difference. Now earlier, I told you about our friend Taylor, the one who created that big stuffed animal thing for kids in the hospital. Guess what? She didn't start it by thinking that she was gonna change all of Peoria. She just started with one small idea and started by collecting one stuffed animal. That small idea turned into something huge, like a ripple effect. Kind of like if you've ever thrown a pebble into the water. You can see the ripples go out from that small pebble. Our kind acts are exactly the same as that. You may not feel like you're doing something huge by standing up for a friend or sharing a snack with someone that doesn't have one, but these small kind acts can really turn into big things. So here's my challenge to you. As a class, I want you to think, what are some small kind acts that we can do here in our school building or even in our community? I've had students decide that they want to write letters to people living in nursing homes. Small act, big impact. I've had students who have decided they want to take some younger kids down to their classroom every single day. Small act, big impact. I even have students who have decided that they want to help greet kids every single morning here at school. Small act, big impact. In fact, I've got some first grade girls who are talking about becoming leaders, and they came up with a big poster full of ideas of things that they could do. Small, kind acts that lead to a big impact. Now keep in mind, we want to stay focused on kindness, not just being nice. You see, sometimes we can be nice, we can hold the door open for somebody, but our heart really isn't in it. Or maybe we're just doing it because we want a grown-up to say, good job. We want to be kind, which means standing up and doing the right thing, no matter who's watching, no matter what you get in return. Guess what? You might hold a door open for somebody and they don't say thank you. The kind thing, still hold the door open for them. You might see a friend being teased at lunch, and the kind thing to do, stand up and tell those other kids to stop. They might not be happy with you, but it's the right thing to do. We want to have our minds focused on kindness, but being kind means doing the right thing even when nobody's watching, even when you're not going to get anything in return. And those small little acts rippling out like our blue food coloring and making a big impact. Okay, brainstorm with your class, brainstorm with your teacher, And then let your school counselor know all the cool ideas you came up with. We would love to hear of all the small things that you're doing that might make a huge difference on our school building and even our community. You know, Peoria, Dunlap, that's us. I can't wait to hear. And remember, Dunlap students, well, this is what we say at Ridgeview. You belong, you matter, and you are worthy. See you guys later. Yikes. I gotta go wash those hands.